complete it. So there are two essential aspects of human society. One is undivided family and second is universal human order. So undivided society and universal human order. These two things we are going to expand in next sessions. So let's start with the human-human relationship. So after completing this, we will move towards universal human order. So if you see the relationship, we have already gone through trust, respect, affection, care, guidance, and till love. So these are the basis of relationship. So to live in a mutually fulfilling manner, we need to have these feelings in relationship. So you can ask yourself, are you clear about these feelings? Whenever you interact, are you aware that I am interacting with the feeling of trust or mistrust, affection or jealous? What feelings are naturally acceptable to me? Are we asking these questions to us or not? So as ma'am suggests, we can remind each other, have you feeling of trust at this moment? And let them people evaluate. Have you feeling of respect? Let the people evaluate. So just ask yourself, are you clear of these feelings or not? Otherwise, I can discuss one by one. So let me briefly revise in one line. If you want to discuss more, I will expand it. So trust means assurance of intention. I am assured about your intention. That your intention is pure. Whether you are able to live in right manner or not. But your intention is pure. So assurance of intention is trust. Right. Then with this assurance, I am rightly evaluating you. And with right evaluation, I can see that we are similar to each other. So this is minimum content of respect. So once I am able to see that we are similar to each other, then we feel related to each other. So when I am feeling relatedness for other, then this is affection. So when I am feeling related, then I will take care of your body, I will take care of your consciousness, self. So when I am taking care of your body, accepting responsibility to take care of your body, it is care. When I am accepting responsibility to ensure right understanding, right feeling in you, it is a feeling of guidance. So people who have lived up to that excellency, when I am accepting it, the feeling emerges within me, it's Shraddha, reverence. Those people who have made these efforts for the society, for those I have a feeling of glory. And for those who have made effort for my excellence, I will have a feeling of gratitude. And now I am feeling related to everyone. This is love. So this is what we studied in UHV2. But still you have any doubt, you want to expand me any feeling, I can expand, I can discuss. Yeah, I will expand it. Let the people think more. So before I expand, you ask yourself, am I able to fulfill feeling of trust with everyone? Just ask yourself. In your office, with your colleague, with your family member, am I able to have this feeling of trust? So you ask yourself.
Bhaiya, this trust, repeatedly this question will come in the end of the trust, that do you have at least one person in your life whom you will have unconditional and continuous trust with? this will be the question in every last slide of this trust. So I was wondering one day, like, if I got to have this unconditional and continuous trust with one person, that is even with me, it means I'll be having with everyone, if I understood that properly. It is not necessarily that one, because if it is going to be unconditional and uncontinuous with one person, ultimately I can see it with every single person.
See, these feelings are not person dependent. These feelings are not person dependent.
It's within me for other. It's within me for other.
No.
Like my trust with you will vary with the trust.
So if it is varying, then you are not starting with trust. You are starting with your preconditioning.
Preconditioning, that's what.
If it is varying from person to person, you don't have a feeling of trust. You are looking at the person with your preconditioning. That's why it is varying. So feeling is feeling. So if I have feeling of trust at this moment, it doesn't matter who is with me.
That is what with everyone. If I got to have this within me, that is within me, it is ultimately with everyone.
So it will be for everyone.
For everyone, okay.
So if I have feeling of trust at this moment, so this feeling will be with me, in me, for everyone. Whether this person is X, person Y, person Z, no matters. So feelings are not person dependent. Preconditionings are person dependent. So if these feelings are coming from a natural acceptance, then it will be person independent. If feelings are coming with your preconditioning, then it will be person dependent.
So then, in day-to-day
It's-
life, how do I practice this? Like the trust that I have for my mother, can I have the same?
You can take mic, Didi, na? So that
Shuman.
other people may listen you.
I understood the concept, but what I'm saying, when I'm trying to practice in day-to-day life, so there's a difficulties, and I understand there's the sanskar is there. So for example, for the trust that I have on my mother, I may not be having that same trust for my colleagues and all. So how do I get rid of that? Like, what are the ways? Just I'm working on myself. I know I need to trust, but when it comes to same like responsibilities or other thing, like keeps leaving my small kid to, I cannot trust the same way with a small kid, with the strangers. So how do I work on this? I want to do this, but how do I do that?
See, the moment you say, she is not my mother, now it will be difficult for you to ensure feeling of trust. Because when you say mother, now you are preconditioned in one way. When you say this, he is a stranger, now your thoughts will be in different manner.
Then there should be 100% trust with everyone all the time.
See, feelings are qualitative. है ना? Either I have feeling of trust or I don't have a feeling of trust. I cannot say I have 95% trust, 1% respect, 0.5% affection. I cannot say like this. If 1% is doubt is there, it means I don't have feeling of trust.
Sir, the ultimate aim of this UHV is to be, we must be happy and we must make our environment happy, our family happy, the society must be happy, the nature and everything. We must make everybody happy. So the World Happiness Index is also calculated. They are having their own criteria as sense of community, life expectancy and income inequality and all that. United Nations is celebrating March 20th as the World Happiness day. And out of that, we are not in the top 10. So always Finland at the top first place for the consecutive 10th year. And then Denmark, Iceland, Luxembourg and all the other countries are following. But out of the 143 nations, India is at the 126th. The rank of India is 126 out of 143 when we calculate the happiness index. So where we are lacking, where that happiness goes out of our hands.
Send everyone to Finland. And check whether they are able to ensure their continuity of happiness or not. Just check.
No. Everything will be calculated. They will be having all the everything will be calculated. Lot of factors are there. Out of all these 17 SDGs and number of UHVs, 80,000 faculty members, 320 schools, 270 universities and all that we are doing. But where we are lacking, we are 126 out of 143, not even within 100 or within 50. So we missed our happiness.
Which reasons?
See.
They didn't specify any reason. What may be the reason?
The quality of life matters a lot. I have been following this Finland education, especially the Nordic region countries' education and their way of life. What are the things they are investing? It's a comparison, but we are not here to compare us with others. But we can say how they are looking into. The first thing is that after a child is born, they don't worry about which school they are going to join. The first thing is done. Before birth also, they don't need to worry about their financial burden or financial needs. They are having a movement and they have social security. And their culture is somewhat alienated when compared to India. When we see the positive also, we can see the negative. Their culture is completely alienated. Everything is on the government's head. It's not in the community's head. So government is responsible for your security. If anything happens in your street, your neighbors will come and help you. That happens in India. In Finland, it won't happen. Like government is responsible. Like that, the alienation is successfully completed there, and they are having a natural resource system that is, they can even share. I can say, from our perspective, they are not sharing. That's the point. They are limiting it. So they are having surplus resources and they are restricting it. That's the way the measurement is made.
Okay.
Sir, can I add something to it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, there is this is related to resource and all, but we must have heard, he's called Robert Waldinger actually. He's the person responsible of conducting the Harvard study for happiness. So he has been doing it, I think this is 4th or 5th generation. I'm not sure how many generation. So it started from a long time. Then they took their sons, their daughters, then their grandchildren, like that. It is a study which has been going on for a long time. And for people interested, you can see the TED Talk also. But two things which I really take as it's 1 hour, 2 hours TED Talk, 2 videos are there. But two main takeaways. One thing, it is about happiness. Who are the most happiest people in the world? One important thing is, even if people lose a limb, hand, leg, something in an accident, after 3 months, they were found happy. Immediately they were not happy, but after 3 months, life-altering, I think it's called life-altering accident or something like that. I don't remember the term. Even if they met with something like that, after 3 months, in the survey, they were found to be happy. So that is one thing. And the second thing that he says is the key in his study for not only him, every professor after him has been doing it for a long time now. So it is relationship. As soon as I saw this, I remembered that it is not about number of people you have, but you must have at least one person that you trust in a relationship. So you will be sharing your things with that person. For some of us, it might be our partners. For some of you, it might be your children. For some of you, it might be one close friend. But overall, in the study of thousands of people over many generations, what they have found out is, irrespective of the wealth, whether they were wealthy or not, if they had one person to share their everyday thing, so they usually talk, it seems, something like that. But if you had at least minimum of one person to share your things with, that you trust. Actually, the question is, if you have a problem, who will you call in the middle of the night? So that person must be the answer for that question, and you must have at least one person whom you can call in the middle of the night or any wrong time if you are in a difficulty. So if you have at least one person like that, and whom you are talking to, so that is what he says as the key for happiness and long life. And one more thing he adds is, it's easy for some of us are very outgoing and very extrovert. It's easy for them, but he says the number doesn't matter. That is what interested me the most, because I'm not a very outgoing person. But if you have even 1 or 2%, that is equal to having 10 very good friends who you can wake up at night, it seems. So this is what I remember as soon as I saw trust and relationship, because it's been also, I'm not saying it's science and all, but it has been scientifically also proven that to do this. And one more thing, to what brings us sadness, he says, is choice. So, I don't want to bore everybody. If you're interested, you can see that video. They do this with amnesia people. People who will forget what happens after even 10 minutes. They have chosen 250 amnesia people, and they'll give them choices and see what makes them sad and all. So this is a thing, but you can see it. But my take from that is, if you have relationship, but usually I didn't believe this and all in the beginning, but now I'm slowly understanding that. So you should have at least one person who you can let out your stress to, it seems. So if they are able to do that, that keeps them happy, irrespective of however difficult jobs they are in. It's not only they are in corporate jobs and all. People are even doing very manually difficult jobs. Even then, they are found to be happy if they had at least one person to share their stress. So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you, sir.
See, happiness and how I will define happiness. It depends on our perception towards the human being, towards the whole nature. So what we are saying in human being, in human values, that we are interconnected with whole existence. We are not isolated. Because I am not able to see this interconnectedness, that's why I am feeling isolation. So the whole nature is with you always. But your focus is not on this interconnectedness. Your focus is only on your problem. Now your focus has been shifted from interconnectedness to only that problem. That's why you are feeling frustration, etc., etc. Otherwise, you are interconnected with everyone. So you can have a feeling of trust for everyone. You can have a feeling of love for everyone. But your focus is not there. That's why you are in problem.
So here, suppose I want to start looking.
Just a minute, I completed. So regarding index of happiness, and if you go through those index, so Mahatma Buddha, Mahavir Swami, etc., Job, many visionary person, they are most unhappy according to their index. They will be most unhappy if we evaluate them on the basis of those index. Right? So that we need to explore. Happiness is my innate nature, or happiness is outside influence that we are getting from physical facility, people, recognition, etc. So before creating any index, I should be aware what is real happiness. So we need to reevaluate those index. We need to redefine all those indexes. So if you see those indexes, most of the index are based on the sensual pleasures, physical facility. Can physical facility ensure continuity of my happiness? That we need to explore it.
So it means the metrics has been created not based on vitals.
They are created on the basis of our assumptions that human being is a body and enough physical facility can make human being happy. With these assumptions, those indexes are created. It is my proposal. You just check those index and see what is the basis. You just check. So for example, your child, you and your father. If you see your father, he may struggle in his life, but your child may not be struggling with all those kind of facility. But who is more happy, your child or your father was happy?
Father.
Because it's a mental issue, it is a state of mind. So that we need to reevaluate all those parameters.
But the requirements will differ person to person, generation to generation. So the expectations.
That may differ.
The happiness also.
That
Happiness, feeling happiness will vary. This one is very that.
mic, ma'am, you can take mic.
The feeling happiness, whatever, it is based on the person to person or generation. Happiness. Based on the requirement only. My father has some other the expectations. Now my son will have some other expectations. Right? So that is the level. Even the electricity we have in my father's time, the fan be the thing. Now the whole day, the whole night they need AC. Without that air condition, they couldn't sleep. Right?
So requirement may change.
Yeah.
Requirement of the body may change.
Yes.
Requirement to run social system may change time to time.
Yes, time plays vital role. Time plays vital role. Even my goal or my target, my work, I couldn't decide it now. Here, if we talk about this work, I'm not talking about this working place, even my home. If a morning time, my plan is just to make a tea for everyone. One breakfast for everyone, one lunch for everyone. So my time in 1 hour I can make it. If they have different preference, my child will expect boost, my husband will expect coffee, their own interest, but the making tea, coffee is my responsibility. So at that time I have to make this 3 item means it will be pressure for me. Even I feel that responsibility I try to make
Field relationship with.
You just let me complete it. I can understand my responsibility. I have care, I have affection with them, but within this time I have to complete all those expectations. It become a pressure for me, and then it become a problem for me. Then where is my yes?
Should have relationship with them. Then you will.
Okay, so keep it open. Let's come after break. Then we will continue discussion.
They will share. Yes, of course.
Okay. So welcome again. So we are talking about relationship. So we are discussing these feelings that is required in relationship. So I was asking you to evaluate yourself whether you have these feelings in you or you are expecting these feelings from others. So whenever you interact with anyone, do you start with feeling of trust or you start with expectation of trust? That person must trust me, that person must respect me. You start with this or you start with the feelings. I have feeling of trust. I have feeling of respect. So if I have feeling of trust at that moment, it doesn't matter who is with me. So I will start with feeling of trust because I have feeling of trust. So this we need to verify for ourselves. So I will recap all the feelings. So if you don't have these feelings in you, if you don't have this right understanding, then what will happen? Your feelings will change with person to person. So if the other expresses right feeling, you feel happy. If the other person expresses wrong feeling, you feel uncomfortable. So now if you are comfortability, uncomfortability, happy, unhappiness depends on other behavior, it means you don't have the right understanding. It means you don't have right feelings. Maybe logically it is appealing to you, feeling of trust, feeling of respect. But if I am fluctuating with others' statements, others' behavior, it means I don't have that understanding. That's why I am not able to ensure that feelings in me. So if I have right understanding, my feeling will be definite. It doesn't matter who is with me. Right? So if I have the right understanding, it will ensure right feelings.
Excuse me, Bhaiya. Here, Vijaya.
Yes, Devi.
See, we are talking about this feeling. Here we are not talking about continuous. Because feelings will keep changing, isn't it? I might not have the same feeling all the time. Trust, respect.
So you ask yourself, do you want these feelings in continuity or not?
No, I'm talking about every feeling as such. So that won't be continuous. All of them put together has to be in a continuous mode. Here we are talking about all of them as a single unit should be present with us in continuous manner. Or are we talking about every feeling should be there in me in a continuous manner?
So like feeling of trust. If it is not continuous in me, I will feel uncomfortable within me. Right? Feeling of respect. If I don't have this feeling in continuity in me, I will feel uncomfortable. Similarly, feeling of affection. If I am not feeling related with others, so it will create uncomfortability in me. Right?
Yes, Bhaiya, that much I can get it. My doubt is, see, at any moment, one feeling would be superseding the other feelings.
Yes. So for example, reverence, feeling of reverence. If you are able to see that that person is living with excellency, then only you will have this feeling of excellence, reverence. But feeling of trust, you can ensure for everyone. Feeling of respect, you can ensure for everyone. Feeling of affection, you can ensure for everyone. Feeling of care, you can ensure for everyone.
Yes, sir. Here again, when we talk about respect, I just want to understand whether it is because of our preconditioning, we have different level of, for feeling of respect itself, it won't be equal with everyone. It is because of my preconditioning. Is that so? Okay. And the second thing is, earlier you said that if they are expressing a feeling of not being happy, our feeling also changes sort of. But it should not change. That is what we are aiming at. But if they are going to be showing a feeling of negativity, not being affected because of that, so for that, unless I go to the level of pure observation, it won't be possible, no? Am I right?
It may not be possible for us, but there we have a potential to make it possible. That is the crux. We have potential to make it possible. It may not be possible this time, but we have a potential. So if my feelings are emerging from my natural acceptance, then it will continue. If I am governed by my preconditioning, it will discontinue. So we need these feelings in continuity, it is naturally acceptable to me. And I have potential to continue these feelings. But due to my preconditioning, I am not able to ensure this. Right? Number one. Number two, if you see this, feeling and expression. So this is expression. So feeling and expression. My expression may vary person to person. But do I want variation in my feeling person to person? This we need to ask. So I need to have feeling of respect for everyone or for few people. What is naturally acceptable to you? For everyone. But expression will vary. है ना? So when you are meeting your director, your expression may differ. When you are interacting with your mother, your expression may differ. But feeling can continue for everyone. Right? So if I have feeling of respect, I will consider other similar to me. I will make effort to compliment him.
So we have to hide our feelings inside and our expression.
You no, if you are manipulating your feelings, है ना, you will feel uncomfortable. You will feel uncomfortable. Suppose your child telling a lie, but he is appearing confident. You may not catch him up, but he must be feeling uncomfortable. So we have choice to manipulate ourselves, to continue these feelings. We have choice. But the happiness or unhappiness, I will experience. So I may start with feeling of mistrust, but not showing others. But the experience of unhappiness, you have to experience. You cannot get rid of those unhappiness. Other may not be able to assess what feelings you have, but the unhappiness you will experience. So you are bound to experience whatever you have inside you. You cannot escape yourself. That is the crux. So many people may be manipulating, but the experience they have inside, they are bound to feel that experience. So they cannot escape themselves. Yes, Didi.
Sir, I have a question. So you were saying that we have the potential to make it possible, all these qualities, isn't it? So the emotions like the so-called bad emotions like jealous, greed, possessiveness, they are not natural. We can evidence that in newborn baby, right? So don't you think that those are the natural feelings? And are we trying to reverse all these natural process of human being by following all these?
So feeling of jealous is the absence of feeling of affection. So if you are not able to ensure feeling of affection, in the absence of affection, you may experience feeling of jealous. So now it is your choice which feeling you want to continue, feeling of affection or feeling of jealous. Both exist. That's why you are experiencing both. But it is your choice which feeling I want to continue, affection or jealous. So you are experiencing jealous, you are experiencing affection. So both are real.
So we are making it consciously, mindful choices. Okay, but those are possible to exist in us, but we are trying to make it possible way.
Right. So both are existing. Ultimately, you have to take choice. Which feeling I want to continue? Which feeling is naturally acceptable to me? So feeling that makes me comfortable is naturally acceptable to me. So feeling of affection is naturally acceptable to me. That's why I want continuity of this feeling. Right?
Then why it is coming unnaturally, sir? Naturally accepted feeling we have. Then why jealous coming? It means absence of
So these feelings are innate in you, you are not aware of it. Your reference of living is not your natural acceptance. Your reference of living is outside. So your reference of living is outside. That's why with variation outside, you feel variation inside. But if you are referring your innate nature, swabhav, natural acceptance, then it will be definite.
No, we can easily understand greed, anger, everything, but we cannot understand that the natural happiness in me. Why it is?
No, you can experience it. You ask yourself, whenever you have feeling of trust, you feel comfortable or not? You can experience it. In fact, whenever you don't have feeling of trust, you experience unhappiness. Whenever you have feeling of trust, you experience happiness. So both you are experiencing. You are experiencing both the feeling. Presence of this feeling, absence of this feeling.
How to work on this feeling?
That I am coming. I am going to explain it one by one.
Sir, excuse me, Divakar. So I'd like to give ask an example. It's a real situation I'm dealing with, so I thought maybe I'll take your help. So when I said I want to go to UHV, all my faculty said, many of them are leave. They said, okay, you go, we'll take care of the classes. So my respect for them, I started out with equal respect for all of them. But now, because of their effort, definitely my respect towards all my faculty members have gone very high. Because I understood that they care for me and they care for what I'm doing. So it goes high. I'm not able to maintain it the same. On the other hand, there are some people who want to, when I say I want to do something, no, don't do this or don't do that. So how can I start out with the same respect for all of them, but how can I maintain the same respect if once I can understand it might be something else? So this is the third time they are saying, no, don't do this. You go for something else. So then I am not able to maintain the same level of respect for them because I don't feel that their words are true. So how can I try to maintain the same respect or affection towards them? I start out with normal. Even if it's a stranger, I am able to control greed or jealousy, that's okay. But I am finding it very difficult to have the respect and affection towards a person who I can see is directly doing something like this. So how do we master that? Yeah, do you have some tips, Satish?
Yeah. So we need to shift from behavior to thought towards feeling. What person is expressing, he is expressing his thoughts. Now we need to decode the feeling behind it. For example, parent is not allowing the girl to go outside in the night. So this is one case. But if girl, she is able to see the feeling of the father, then there will be no conflict. But if she is not able to see feeling and she is arguing at the level of thought, then it will create problem. So we need to understand feeling behind the thought. What we do, we stuck into the words, we stuck into the thoughts. And thoughts may vary. My expression may not be according to you, may be according to you. But we can assess the feeling. So at the level of feeling, there will be no conflict. That we will practice in afternoon session. That we will practice.
Sir, that answer actually really helped. Within a second, I was able to change. I cannot say how, why and all. But within a second, I think if I think about the thoughts, it practically helps. I don't think that person is wrong to do that. When I think about the thoughts, so I think your answer was very to the point and it answered my question. I was able to change the thought, but still my feeling hasn't, how I feel about them might be question mark. But when I think of their thoughts, I think what they are saying is also right to a certain extent. So thank you very much for that.
Feeling we are going to explore and I will talk each feeling. So let's start with trust. So we discussed the trust as trust on intention. So whenever I have trust on intention, I feel related to other. So all of you have gone through UHV2. And that time we asked these questions. Do you want to be happy? I want to make myself happy. This is right. I want to make the other happy. This is also right. Now when I ask, the other wants to make himself or herself happy, it is also right. The other wants to make me happy. Are you able to see it? If you are not able to see it, then you will feel hurt because you are not able to see his intention. Maybe he is not able to speak proper words. Maybe he is not able to express his thought. But if I am not able to see this, his intention, then I will feel hurt. So trust means assurance of intention. Assurance on intention. That other person's intention is right. So if I am able to see others' intention, so trust on intention is the starting point for mutual development.
1 second, Bhaiya. Vijaya here again. Vijaya. See, here I do agree, trust on intention is the key where we talk about when we talk about the relationship. Their intention, the real intention, how am I supposed to assess?
See, we can find answer of this question in two ways. One way is through logic. Second way is through direct observation. So both I am going to put. You check which one suits to you. So logically is, you tell me how can I assess your intention? Just tell me. If I am going to assess you with your actions are going to change under the influence of others. You might be appreciating UHV here. You might not be appreciating UHV under the influence of some people. So if I am going to assess your action and I am going to relate your action with intention, then I will not be able to trust you. So how can I assess the intention?
Natural acceptance. What is naturally acceptable to me? That is.
So one way is direct observation. Irrespective of many manipulations, irrespective of having anger in me, whenever I ask myself, do I want to be happy and happy? What answer comes? Happy. This is my natural acceptance, irrespective of my sanskar, irrespective of my behavior. You might be shouting 10 times, 20 times on your children, but whenever you will ask what I want to make him happy or unhappy, what answer will come? Happy. So irrespective of your behavior, you can see my intention is pure. So my intention and my behavior, there is no, let me draw a diagram. So my intention is there, and in mid there are my sanskar, that is competence, and then my behavior. My behavior may vary according to my sanskar. My sanskar may be disturbing, but my intention is pure. So I am getting angry on my relatives. Irrespective of this anger, whenever I will ask myself, I want to make happy others or unhappy, answer will come happy. So I am making unhappy because under the influence of my sanskar, under the influence of my assumptions. So my behavior may be guided my sanskar, may be guided my intention. So what happens today, if I am able to see her intention or his intention, then I can trust. But if I am watching his sanskar, his behavior, then my trust will vary, because it is varying. Intention is pure, so you can check for yourself whether your intention is pure or not. So for example, in your childhood, many times you might have told lie, you might have manipulated many things to get toys and rana tikana, etc., etc. Were your intention wrong? Ask yourself. Were your intention wrong at that time? You are hitting your child to teach him. Is your intention wrong? That's why you are hitting. What answer comes?
But isn't it if I reflect but on my understanding, because I don't have a right understanding that hitting would not correct his action.
Hitting is not correct.
It's not going to help him correct his action. So there is no correct understanding. That is why I'm hitting.
If it doesn't matter, will it stop him by
No, just observe. What I am asking, a very simple thing. I am asking a very simple thing. Yeah? I am asking a very simple thing. Many times in a day you hit your child, or you scold, or you shout. Yeah? Is your intention wrong? That's why you are shouting.
No, intention was right.
Intention is right. You can see for yourself. But when other person is shouting, you are not able to see his intention. When you are shouting, you are able to see your intention. My intention is good, but I don't know right manner, right way to make you happy, to make you understand. I can see this for myself, but I am not able to see this for others. So whenever other behavior is not up to my expectation, what I conclude, his intention is wrong. So this is the problem. His behavior is not correct up to my expectation because his sanskar is not aligned with his intention. So if I am focusing on intention, then there will be trust. But if I am focusing on his way of thinking, the way of his behavior, then it will be difficult to ensure trust. Right? So for example, this workshop is going on. You have done UHV2, UHV3, then you have come to attend this UHV4, and still you are asking about natural acceptance. Now if I am starting with trust, I am focusing on intention, I will answer it each time. But if I focus on this question, that you have attended UHV2, UHV3 and still you are not clear, if I am focusing on this, then it will be difficult for me to live peacefully with you. Right? So intention is pure, irrespective of your behavior. So we are not able to grasp the concept because of my sanskar. There are many doubts, many assumptions are lying within me. So these are obstacles in understanding. But your intention is right. I am able to see it. If I am able to see it, I can start with feeling of trust with everyone. If I am not able to see it, then it is difficult to start with feeling of trust. So now you can ask yourself where I focus while interacting others. I am focusing on his behavior, I am focusing on his sanskar, thoughts, or I am focusing on his intention. So if you are focusing on intention, then you will have feeling of trust. And it can be ensured for everyone. Tell me, have you digested it or not? Digestion is important. So you evaluate yourself. So if you are starting with feeling of trust, you will focus on intention. If you are expecting with feeling of trust, then you will focus on his sanskar, his behavior. And his or my behavior even may change anytime. Because I am influenced many times. Other person is also influenced many times. I am doing many things in social pressure. He is also doing many things in social pressure. But irrespective of this, my intention is pure. That I can see. And his intention is also pure. I can see it.
Just to start with, that everybody's intention is good. Will this help? Is it going to help me? If I just...
Right.
I'm asking you, will it help me? If I just start...
Take mic, Didi. Take mic.
So I am with you and I want to walk on this. Okay, so I understood and I have digested. Now if I take this as a course of action, and I make it as my sanskar for say. So should I start with the everyone's intention is good? Is it going to help me?
So whenever you are assured of intention of other, then there will be absence of opposition, irritation, anger in you. These are the indicators. These are the indicators. Whenever you have a feeling of trust, you will not be having feeling of opposition, irritation, anger in you for that person. So is it going to help you or not? Absence of these feelings.
If I keep practicing, this might come.
So it might come because you shift from intention to his sanskar. The moment you shift from intention to sanskar, it might come. Opposition may come, anger may come, irritation may come. But when again you shift to intention, it will go down. So basically your feelings are varying because your focus is shifting. So if your focus is on intention continuously, then you will have feeling of trust continuously. Then these feelings will not be in you for that person, any person.
Whether we can find the real intention of us. We perceive when he is thinking like his intention is there. The real intention we can't.
See, intention, if you ask yourself, do you have two intentions? One is real, one is imaginary.
No, I know about myself.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
No. He's asking other person's intention to find.
No, sir.
Another person, right? They know themselves. I know myself. Everyone knows themselves.
No.
Then every entity
No, sir. One this thing for what you're telling. See, still I felt that I did not get an answer. But what is that is when we think, as he stated the example of hitting the kid, generally it happens. When I hit my kid, I do it with the right intention. When someone else is hitting, their intention might not be right. That is the assumption we are doing. Okay, so here everybody want to be happy. That all of us accept. Everybody wants others to be happy. That also we accept. But we have a doubt when we are looking at the sanskar and behavior. That is what I think sir is telling. So their actual intention, the pure intention is to make you happy. But their sanskar has put them to behave differently with us. And we are looking at that behavior and we feel that, or rather we assume that their intention is not correct.
Sir, as long as we are not in a race, we are not in ranking, we all have good intentions.
That's why I want to say in any institution, whether we trust that everyone is having good intention. Everyone has intention of happiness to everyone under them.
No, that is not happening, sir.
If I feel you are competent, you are needy, then I will be good to you. But if I feel that you are competing with me, obviously my intentions may be basically good, but for the professionalism, we try to behave differently.
No, just a minute. Just a minute.
But basically, I think we are all the same.
Yes. So it is not a matter that I am in a professional life or I am in personal life. Matter is, am I able to see intention or not? This matters. So if I am able to see intention, I will trust that person. If I am not able to see intention, I will not be able to ensure trust, whether it is a professional life or personal life. So importance and your professional skills come under this sanskar. Whatever skills you have gained, it is in your sanskar. But irrespective of you, whatever you have gained, your intention is pure. Right? So intention is not going to be influenced with your skill. Yes. That's why I get definite answer. each time I ask what is naturally acceptable to me, I get definite answer. Because my sanskar may get influenced, but my intention is not going to influenced from outside environment.
Sir, in this case, how the intention has been changed in the sanskar?
How?
How the intention has been changed in the sanskar?
Now what we need to do, we need to align my all assumptions. We need to verify my all assumptions on the basis of intention, natural acceptance. This we need to do. I need to evaluate my all assumptions based on the natural acceptance.
Sir, are you saying everybody's intention is
Let ask the people who are sitting here. Whose intention is wrong? Now the problem is, whenever I think of other person, what problem is this? Let us understand. Whenever I think of other person, I start reminding all the past behavior of that person. And once I start reminding that past behavior, it triggers my sanskar. Once it triggered my sanskar, now my sanskar dominates my imagination. And due to this cloud of domination, I am not able to see intention of other.
Sir, like to put it the other way. Like, I have the complete trust on the other person.
No. Correct the line. I have a feeling of trust.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whoever is with me.
Yeah. So I have a feeling of trust on all the people around me.
I have feeling of trust. This matters.
On myself?
I have feeling of trust. I am clear of my intention. I am clear of everyone's intention.
But the trust is something which is connected to the person next to me. It is not that I am trusting myself. I am trusting her. I am trusting him. I am trusting all the people around me. Right?
No. Correct the line. I am clear of my intention. I am clear of others' intention. Now I have a feeling of trust. It doesn't matter who is with me. I will start with feeling of trust.
Yeah,
because I am clear about my intention. I am clear about everyone's intention. Now what you are trying to convince yourself? You are trying to convince yourself, I am clear about my intention. Now when other person will come, and how will I ensure that his intention is right? So you will start judging him based on his sanskar, based on his behavior. So once you start judging it, it will be difficult for you to have feeling of trust.
I still have a little difference on this. Well, when I say happiness, it is my happiness, my internal, it is connected to me. When I say angry, it is connected to me. When I say sorrow, it is connected to me. When I say joy, it is connected to me. But when I say trust, it is something connected to the person next to me, I feel. It is not that I am trusting myself. Well, it is confidence, we call it. When we say trust, it is something which is connected to somebody around me, a feeling of or an intention on somebody around me. So, well, I have a very positive intention with somebody around me, agreed, and I carry forward with that feeling for a long time. And over a period of time, I feel that breach of trust from the other entity who's there next to me. Once this breach of trust happens, I try to analyze the intention of the other person, and I still can, let us suppose, I am so matured that I can understand the intention of the other person in terms of why he had breached the trust I had on him or her. Maybe it is positive for him. It is agreed. He wanted to help somebody, so he has ditched me. I see his intentions are right for him, but his intentions towards me are not right. So this is actually, I feel trust is something, is a factor which will create lot of conflicts and disturbances, mental disturbance within oneself, because it's a parameter which is connected to the person next to us. And we are dependent on the other person to reflect or to pass it on to us. So this trust is the basic part which will create lot of disturbance for us most of the times. Well, it may be with the child at home also. We have some trust on the child. So he goes for a movie because his friend wanted to go. His intention is to keep his friend happy. But then he has ditched me saying that he had a special class in the college. So here I have the trust. I see his intention. But then I feel as a mother,
I was not received properly. So it immediately, it struck, and I feel a little unhappy. So, I mean, intentions, though we see in the other person, cannot be, I think, always received positively by us as a human being.
Oh, yes. So that is problem of us.
Even for this workshop, you want to come early, but you're not coming early. Does it mean my intention is not wrong? See, everybody thinks that we are not doing. We are also doing. We are also saying that I'm going here, but I'm going somewhere.
So I will reply your second part, Didi. But what I am trying to help you, just we are discussing what would be the basis of trust. What problem you are sharing, I will reply it. But this time we are discussing what would be the basis of trust, intention or your behavior or your sanskar. This we are discussing this time.
Bhaiya, I have a doubt, Bhaiya. I want to share an incident. My daughter was studying 3rd standard. That time she was talking in her class, during her class, she was talking to the one who was sitting next to her. And she was asked to take 100 squats by her teacher. 3rd standard girl was asked to take 100 squats by her teacher, and she did it. On the day evening she came to my home, and she couldn't able to walk at all, first of all, and I got very angry on that day. How can a teacher like that, like this, they can punish a student for talking with the girl next to them. And being a teacher, I have trust on the intention. Since she talked to the next one, she was asked to put 100 squats. My trust, that is the trust I have on that particular faculty, is okay. But based on her competency, I am going to get this trust, okay, since she is a teacher. Now we are mutually developing. I am having a trust on intention. I am explaining her that don't do like this just for talking. Don't ask her to put 100 squats and all. Don't do like that. I am asking, and I've gone to vice principal also. Everything is over. And we understood mutually. But the sufferer now is my daughter. We mutually develop, but the sufferer is the other one. This is the third person. What kind of feeling is this, Bhaiya? We mutually develop only. I have a right trust on her. She also has understood. Everything is okay, fine.
Don't be the same punishment to next student.
But she is the sufferer, no?
But at least you have saved the other student. She didn't have a right intentions. Only a daughter.
Competency level is she's also new to the teaching field. I think she was very new to the teaching field, and she has asked her to put 100 squats. For 3 days she couldn't able to walk at all. This was the problem. Then what would be the feeling? Mutual development will be there between me and the faculty. What about the child who has got suffered? This.
No, either you change the school or you ask that teacher to attend this workshop. So,
that will be a really nice idea for developing trust.
Okay. So trust on intention is the starting point for mutual development. And doubt on intention is a major reason for problems in relationship. So problem is, when I am evaluating myself, I am clear that my intention is correct. I am not able to do proper behavior because of some influence, pressure, etc. So I am giving excuses for my behavior, but I am clear about my intention. But what is happening with other person? Whatever excuses he is giving, on the basis of excuses, I am concluding that his intention is wrong. And it is happening in both of you. But for yourself, you are evaluating yourself on the basis of intention. But you are evaluating others on the basis of behavior. So this is the major problem. So your evaluation has changed. So you are hitting your child many times. Even after hitting many times, you are convincing yourself it was important to hit him. It was the only way to make him understand. But my intention is to make him understand, to be happy. But when other person is doing with you, you slip from intention to this sanskar. And you conclude that he is abusing he is hitting, it means his intention is wrong. So for yourself, you are evaluating in another manner. For others, you are evaluating another manner. It is creating problem.
But that answer for that father, when I trusted my children, was not on that way, right? So what?
That will, I will reply. First is, I must be clear what is trust. Then what I will do, I will coming. At least we should be clear what is trust. Then how to handle these issues, that will cover. So ask yourself, you are starting with feeling of trust or you are starting with some expectation? If you are starting with some expectation, then you will be in trouble if expectation is not being fulfilled. But if you are starting with trust, you will not be in trouble at the level of feeling. At the level of program, what to do, I will cover it. Right?
See, there are expectations everywhere. See, when we are working in an organization, after 30 days we want to have this happen. That is our expectation. We are working for 30 days, how much work we are doing for the organization is expecting. When I am talking to my friend expects that we must be happy, when we are together we must be happy. So that is our expectation. Likewise, expectations are there to build relationships in terms of different categories. Without expectation, how trust can be built?
Yeah, that's why we are discussing. If we are focusing on intention, it doesn't matter you are able to fulfill my expectation or not. So my trust doesn't depend on your competence, whether you will be able to fulfill or not.
One more doubt. Stress depends on preconditioning or disturbance of rest.
If your trust starts with preconditioning, then soon you will feel disturbed within you.
So most of the time, even we don't know the person, that time also we are not impatient. We are disturbed. So
You are disturbed because you have started thinking with doubts on his intention. So I may not be aware, most of you.
we don't know that person. So even then,
So I also don't know many of you. But your intention is right or not?
now we have
Simply.
if you come from that locality, you will be like that. Because of that assumption only you will have like that.
Your sanskar starts working, na? For example, you ask a person his name. Na? Suppose he has told some name. Then you will ask your caste. And the moment you listen this caste, you will have many thoughts in you. And these thoughts now are obstacle to see his intention. Suppose you ask name and he said my name is this. And you have assessed that, oh, she is from or he is from that religion. And now you start thinking many things. Because you have surrounded of those thoughts. That's why you are not able to see his intention. Right?
Bhaiya, I have a small question. Can I ask? Regarding the sanskar, which we just very often speak about, the thoughts of the sanskar, basically that leads to, how can we actually avoid such thoughts?
Okay. So we don't need to avoid such thoughts. We need to evaluate those thoughts, whether they are according to my natural acceptance or not. So suppose, for example, some thoughts are going on in you. I will tell him, let the time come. One day I will be HOD. Then I will tell him, etc., etc. So these kind of thoughts are going on in you. So these thoughts are going on in you because you have a feeling of opposition. So you have a feeling of opposition. That's why you have a thought of taking revenge or etc. Now you ask yourself, what feeling is naturally acceptable to me? Feeling of relation or feeling of opposition? The moment you are assured that feeling of relationship naturally acceptable to me, now the direction of thought will change. Generally what we do, we try to settle this thought by logic. And you cannot settle these thoughts. So if there is a problem in behavior, it can be solved at the level of thought. If there is a problem in thought, it can be solved at the level of feeling. If there is a problem in feeling, it can be solved at the level of sanskar. And if there is a problem at the level of sanskar, it can be solved by referring my natural acceptance. So you have to move one step above to solve the problem. Right? So if you are going to sort out your problem with logics, many logics will create. Many logic. If you are trying to suppress your logic, thousands of logic will create. But at the level of feeling, it can be solved. So suppose you have a position, for some people. Now you ask yourself, feeling of trust is naturally acceptable to me or not? The moment you get answer, feeling of trust is naturally acceptable to me, then opposition, irritation, anger will go down. So you have these feelings because you don't have trust. So settle the feeling rather than settling through logic. Right? Okay. So these are few questions. You can check. Does everybody really have the right intention? So these you need to check. There are corrupt people, thieves, terrorists in the societies. How can we say that their intention is pure?
They have a right intention in that person.
So this is homework for you. Just check. Meet some terrorist. Ask them. So you can ask. So this is homework. Don't assume it. Just verify it. And if you don't have such kind of feeling in you, other people might be considering you this as a terrorist because you are hurting many people.
Can I say something in this regard?
Yes. Mic. Didi, take mic.
We don't have okay, someone brought a both the mics are there.
Hello. As per my view, I have seen that whoever has done the thing, whatever they do, they say that they have done on right intention. Even thieves can say that he has some reason to do it, right? Because he might not have food or something, so he want to steal. Same way terrorist, he want to do some justice, so he is going into it. And even the people who want to corrupt or whatever they do, everyone has got some justification for whatever action they do it. So in that case, is their intention right?
So this is homework for you.
No, I am also giving an example, ma'am, continue to ma'am. Actually, I have in my native, my uncle is always drinking alcohol. If I am asking, because he is working as a coolie, right, as a farmer, and I am asking, why uncle you are always having this, you are working a full day, like you are earning 500 rupees, but you are spending 300 rupees, then what is the reason? He is telling, I work very hard, my body is very pain, so I am just drinking this, it feels very good. Because his intention is connecting with, I feel good when I drinking alcohol. And at the same time asking another questions, because my auntie also working like this, okay, but she didn't have alcohol. Then what about her? So intention is based on their assumption, like I am working like this, that's why I am drinking. Maybe that everyone have their own intention, but it will be naturally accepted. We have to verify. Is it right, Bhaiya? So whether my intention is good, is naturally accepted.
We can do one thing, write down all your doubts and verify this. Verify with each other. Simple. Write down all the doubts that are emerging in your mind and just verify with everyone. Verify with the students, verify with faculty members and see what happens. So this exercise will help you. Right? So
Go and ask everyone, do you see my intention is good? They will all say no.
They will all say no. Intention is not good.
I think if I ask everyone.
Just try it. Just try it. Try it. Just start it. and see what people says. It's a good exercise. Just ask. Right? Okay. So intention is natural acceptance. So my intention is, I intend to make myself happy. I intend to make the other happy. This is my intention. Intention of other is, the other intends to make himself, herself happy. The other intends to make me happy. So these are my intention. This is my intention. This is others' intention. You ask, you float a white paper at your home and ask everyone, do you want to make me happy or not? And see what answer comes. See what answer comes. Just verify it. Whether you are unhappy with him or not, you just ask this question. What is your intention? And see what people reply. So do this exercise. It is very interesting. So don't assume sitting here that other's intention is wrong. Just do the exercise. And my competence, other may have wrong preconditioning about happiness. So other may have wrong preconditioning, like happiness can be ensured through accumulation of physical facility. Other may have assumption that money is everything. So under these assumptions, his behavior may be changing time to time. Under these assumptions, he may ditch you. Under these assumptions, you may hit your child. Why are you not reading, studying? If your marks is not there, you will not be happy in future. This may be assumption in you. So under your assumptions, you may hit your child also. So under these assumptions, other may ditch you. But you need to clarify what is intention. That we need to discuss. So with such preconditioning driving the imagination. So desire is, for example, under the influence, I want to be rich, willingness to exploit, I want to be the richest person. So all these assumptions are making me to do such acts. And it is only happening in others, or it is happening in me also. You must be under some influence. You must be influenced with your own assumptions. There are many assumptions will be working in you. So under those assumptions, you are bound to do such kind of activities. But what is your intention? That you have to ask. So suppose you are hitting your child to study, and that time if you ask your child, his mother's intention is right, what he will say? He will not be able to see. But when you ask yourself, is my intention right? What answer will come? Because he is not able to see your intention. He is seeing your behavior. If he is able to see your intention, he will appreciate you. That for my goodness you have hit me.
Expression comes here.
Expression, behavior. If I am focusing on those parts, then I may slip from intention. So keep it open. Just do exercise. So check, do you ever intend to be angry? Ask yourself. Do you ever intend to be angry? And evaluate your competence. Do you sometimes become angry? Ask me. What will be the answer of this question? Do you sometimes become angry or not? Yes. Do you intend to be angry? So for ourselves, answer is very clear. And if I ask this question for others, does the other intend to be angry? It is very interesting. It is very interesting.
Like in Tamil, it's very difficult to understand that. So we have to love how we love ourselves. The same way we have to love others. Maybe that we understand, then it is easy. Maybe I think. As well, it's very difficult.
You can try. It is through a logic. You can try it. So you ask these questions in your family, to your faculty members, to your students, ask these questions. Then see what happens. Write down the answers, note down your observations. You can give this exercise to students. it will create impact at your institute. Right? Okay, so let me sum up the whole thing.
ट्यूट में अगर यही नहीं बताना है, लेकिन अगर प्रूव कर दिए.
So you can do this exercise with faculty members who have gone through UHV2. है ना? So you ask my role, you can analyze here. So how did he, she get to this state? है ना? You can do these exercises. Okay, so whenever you find a person in anger, just ask, just analyze this. Whenever you are feeling anger, just ask this. Analyze it.
When anybody is in anger, how can we ask question?
So you ask this question to those people who have gone through UHV2 workshop. Then you will be safe.
Sir, this actually really helped me, the previous one. I used to be very angry with the students. And then when I got a feedback from them, I was class tutor. So those kids said, we really know that you hope the best for us. But when you get angry with us, it's very difficult for us to handle. So that one feedback of the previous UHV2, both have happened at the same time. So after that, I was not at all strict with deadlines. I don't give them deadlines at all. I'll say, I'll be happy if you give it in Monday. But 90% of them will not give. No, but what has happened is, my anger has really come down. So now students think I am not at all angry. But I'm still disappointed with them. But the thing is, my anger has really dropped to a great extent. Even if somebody scolds somebody now, if they don't give the acknowledge, he knows that this is a deadline. If he's not giving, might be he has some explanation or something. But whatever it is, I don't know whether it is helping him or her to improve. But my anger and my tension has come down like 99%. So it is very helpful for me. Whether it is helpful for him, how many students think that I'm very happy, even if they don't give, I will do anything and all. But now I say, as soon as I go to the class, I will say, if you have to fail the subject, then you should not submit at least like more than 50% only, then you will fail. So I have changed my approach completely. I don't know whether it is helping the kids, that is a big question. But 99.9% is helping me very much. I don't get tense. Students don't say, sir, actually what happened was I don't get 10 messages like that. So I'll say, if you really have an excuse, you should give it 2 days before. So students who really have an excuse actually give 2 days to 3 days before. They'll say, sir, this will be a problem, so I might not be able to do this day. But to this expectation, because this UHV and students feedback came at the same time, so I was really able to bring down my anger. So the students who join really think that I am not at all angry or anything like that. So they think of me as a completely different person. This questions and not getting angry was very helpful for me towards students and even my family. So if I say now, she said, see, your voice is increasing. So I also started using the same thing. So if you say something, I think your voice is increasing, that's all. We don't speak for 10 minutes, so now my anger, this has really helped me with my anger. Especially the last 2 questions, it helped me with my relationship. So my wife, after asking these questions, that is when I started believing that she really thinks the same. I used to say, I'm happy. I don't know whether she thinks she wants me to be happy, but then she says, no, I understand that you are doing things so that I can be happy. That's why in the first day also, I recall these 4 questions, because this 4 exercise was 4 questions. If we ask with our family, children and all, this was very helpful in our industry.
Nice. So if we have feeling of trust, then we will make program for each one of each other. If we don't have a feeling of trust, then I will make distance. So with feeling of trust, we will evaluate each other, what program can work, between us. So that we will do.
Sir, can I just share? Yeah. The same continuation of what sir was mentioning. Now here there's a small clarification I'd like to have. Now my primary responsibility is a teacher's role. It's not my personality development. Now I am standing here in the class to groom my student. I'm a guru there. I'm not self. So at a point where I'm taking a very socially highly responsible position, now should I bother about curbing my anger, curbing my this thing and curbing all my negative traits and becoming a humanistic attitude, all those things which are good for me. But I very well know they are all not good for my student. Now, which is more important here? Should I bring my student in his career well by training him well? We know every child, as you are mentioning, parent never has a bad intention when he or she scolds at the child. Likewise, when a teacher scolds or shouts or tries to discipline the student, which is the most essential part of any individual human being, discipline is very important. Now at a level when they are being trained, we should understand as a teacher, we are training the students. Now when we are trying to train the student, we give them that easy loop where they can, find ways and means of when we see many students as teachers, we would have seen generally, at least 10-20 years of students. We see only those students talking and thinking about their teachers who were very strict on them. They say because that teacher has, my school teacher, he has hit me on my knuckles. That is the reason till today I don't forget that formula. No student will ever say, my teacher was very liberal in giving me attendance. He will only laugh at such teachers after 20 years. Now, at this sort of a thought, which role is correct? Should I control my anger and then let the student do whatever he wants to do? That is the other way of looking, a wrong way of looking at it. I am controlled, I am happy. If I shout at the student, my BP will raise, my disturbances will come, which will reflect at my family. Why should I take up all that? Rather than let him do whatever he wants, doesn't matter. I am comfortable, I am happy. Now, which is the right way?
So ma'am was saying people will remember the strictest teachers. So I came to this profession because of my Tamil teacher in 6th standard. So she's the only person as a teacher that I ever respected. Because I was not a very easy kid to manage. I will not do my homework and all. But that teacher, she was not strict, but she had the good intention. So if you don't do homework, she will not beat you. You have to sit on the floor. I never did homework the entire year, but she herself gave a loophole. She will ask a question from the previous class. All 40 students are to answer. Whoever answers the correct answer first, if they didn't do the homework, they can sit on top. So every day I listened to her class. One entire year I didn't do the homework, but the entire year I didn't sit down. Every day I will be the person to find out that answer. So whatever she thought, I don't remember any other formula, but any song she thought, I can still remember that. So she'll be like, if you answer correctly, you can sit. So I don't know whether which teacher I listened or not, but that one teacher made me listen to her class, sit in her class. I don't remember anything. Even Newton's law I might not remember. But விற்பரம் தடல் தோல் வீர வீங்கு நீர் இலங்கை வெறுப்பில் நற்பரம் தவத்தல் ஆய நங்கையை கண்டேன் அல்லேன் இப்பிறப்பு என்பதொன்றும் இரும்புரை என்பதொன்றும் கற்பனும் பெயரதொன்றும் கல்வினிடம் புரிய கண்டேன். I remember this because if anybody else had taught this, I would not have remembered this. But that teacher, she pointed out that, and also she changed my entire perspective. From the next year, my rank was in 33 or something. From the next year, my rank was in 9. she pointed out that your Tamil is, in fact, I make a lot of mistakes in writing. She said you might write, your words might be wrong, I mean spelling mistakes, but she published my, all the other teachers were looking at only the first 10 ranked kids. But this teacher said, your writing is very good. So she published it in the first page of the magazine, fighting with other teachers. Next year my rank became 10 without even doing homework or reading. So all the other kids were reading, but that teacher changed my entire life. So when I had a chance to go to software, Infosys, and I got a SRM, the same thing, I thought if I could change at least one student like how she had changed my entire life. In college, I got all S grades. My CGPA was 9.68. In one thing, I got all 7 subjects I got is full 10. But no other teacher in my entire life has changed me like that one Rajalakshmi ma'am. Whenever I see her, I'll fall at her feet. Others will say, what are you doing? But without the teacher, I don't know where I will be. When I didn't trust myself, the teacher even, but I was not the top kid. That's what I wanted to say. Every top kid, everybody was there to encourage them. But I will be sitting in the last bench, she identified that you can do it. So from next year, they'll call me for assembly speeches. So those things really, because of one teacher, if she was not there, my life will not at all be here. So even when I finished my PhD, she was the first person I was acknowledging, because without that one teacher, but she was never strict. So I thought, but I am not like that, or I am nowhere near her. But even without being strict, she made sure you listen to the class. That was something that I really remembered, and I thought this will be an answer for.
Okay.
Sir, if you loved your teacher that much, why you didn't follow her principles? Why you were so angry towards your students?
Ma'am, she is like God, ma'am. I cannot follow her. Homework, I don't scold her. But how she is able to take that extra time? If my student does something good, I say she does something good. But she will go fight with the principal. Why shouldn't this boy do the assembly? That kind of intention, or what is that? I cannot do that. I aspire to be her.
She is a dedicated teacher.
I don't think I will stand up to her character. I cannot. I'm trying.
Okay. So 2 inputs I want to add. Anna? 2 inputs I want to add. So 2 inputs I want to add. Anna? 2 inputs I want to add.
So, there's the mic. On it.
So nowadays things will change, sir. So the teaching fraternity, and most of them have not followed the 4 M's, and the students also have no self-discipline. Okay, so that's why the ma'am is asking the question like that. And earlier case it is not like that. The self-discipline automatically comes under our family itself. So in childhood we follow everything, but nowadays it is not like that. So that's why ma'am is asking. Most of the those who have taking the class well and follow the student in proper manner, they will suffer.
Madam, one thing I want to add with you, because the students are not having the self-discipline only because of most of the parents are not understand they are the first teachers. That is the reason.
Okay, so I can add 2 points here. You can also listen me. Yes. Ma'am. So 2 inputs I can give you, if you allow me. See, ultimately, our objective is to be in self-discipline, not only discipline. So, for example, discipline means you are not allowed to fight in this campus, within the campus. This is discipline. Self-discipline means I will help you up to that extent that you will not think of fighting with anyone. So if our objective is only this, then many efforts are required. Irritation, anger, opposition, domination, many things. But if you want to help students to be in self-discipline, it can held with the help of relationship. It can only be done with the feeling of relationship. So for example, this workshop from UHV2, UHV3, you are getting self-discipline day by day or not? It has happened because of feeling of relationship. So I am sitting with you for 8 days just because of feeling of relationship. If I have started something else, how can you go outside in the session? How can you touch your mobile as sir is touching? So with feeling of trust, with feeling of respect, with feeling of relationship, I am making all the efforts. And now you are enjoying it. You are working on your understanding. So self-discipline can be achieved through feeling of relationship because it is related to understanding. So understanding can be imparted, or we can help in the process of understanding with the feeling of relationship. So you can ask your child not to fight, but if you want feeling of affection in him, it can happen only with the feeling of relationship. So we need to ask ourselves, what is ultimate objective? Only discipline or self-discipline? Self-discipline can be held with the feeling of relationship. So because it is related to understanding, and for to be self-disciplined we need to explore, and I need to help others to explore, and this help can be done with the feeling of relationship. So you can ask your child to sit and read this chapter, but if you want him to understand the chapter, it can happen with feeling of relationship only. So that's why teaching with relationship, without relationship. So the minimum qualification for teaching is that teacher should have feeling of at least trust, respect, but prominently teacher should have feeling of guidance, and student should have feeling of gratitude. If these feelings are there, then imparting education will be easy. If students are not feeling gratitude, you don't have feeling of guidance, you are only calculating your effort on the basis of salary, then it will be difficult. Then many extra forces are required to discipline teacher, to discipline students also. So this is important. Human can be self-controlled through the feeling of relationship. If feelings are not there, then many extra forces are required. Right? Okay, so that's is what I want to add. Thank you for listening me patiently. Okay, so now we can discuss this feeling of respect. So keep it open, all the concept, whatever I am proposing here, just verifying it. So respect means right evaluation. Right evaluation of each other's intention and competence. So if I am able to evaluate rightly, intention and competence both, then I will be able to ensure this respect. So on the basis of this evaluation, we can see this. If you evaluate the natural acceptance, so natural acceptance is pure, as my natural acceptance is pure. It is something that is innate in me. It is something that is innate in you. It is something that is universal in me. It is something that is universal in you. Irrespective of my sanskar, irrespective of my assumptions. Now we need to evaluate competence also. So if you evaluate on the basis of self, on the basis of consciousness, then we can see purpose. So I want to live with continuous happiness and prosperity. This is my purpose. What is the other purpose? What is the other's purpose? To live with continuous happiness and prosperity. So we can say that our purpose is same on the basis of natural acceptance. On the basis of natural acceptance, my purpose and your purpose is same. If we talk about the program, so if I want to achieve this purpose, if I want to ensure this continuity of happiness and prosperity, what would be my program? My program is to understand and live in harmony at all 4 levels. If other wants to continue his happiness and prosperity, what would be his program? It would be same or different? Same. Way could be different. But ultimately the others need to understand this harmony. Ways could be different. So my program and others' program is same. And if you see potential to continue my happiness, prosperity, I have endowed with my natural acceptance. It is continuously available to me. And it is available to only me, or it is available to other also? Also. So at the level of potential, we are same. So if we combine these 3 highlighted points, our purpose is same, program is same, potential is same, it means what? Other is similar to me. So minimum content of respect is I am able to see that other is similar to me. If I am not able to see this, then I will start differentiation. For example, when you go to a party, whenever you go to the party, you look for few people with whom you can feel comfortable. And you can feel comfortable with those people who think like you. They are similar at the level of thought, right? But each time what we are doing something to become special. So special dress, special kind of things, so that I can be unique. But we can be comfortable with those people who are similar to me. And if you expand it, every person is similar to me. So if you are able to see, then you will feel related. If you are not able to see this, then you will start differentiation. So you ask yourself, are you able to see these 3 things? Our purpose is same, program is same, potential is same. So other is similar to me. Tell me if you have any doubt, question. So our purpose is similar, program is same, potential is same, other is similar to me. What is varying? Only competence. Only competence. So on the basis of right evaluation of our mutual competence, I can recognize complementarity and fulfill it. So if you see competence, 2 possible cases are there. Number 1, the other has more understanding, more responsible than me. Then what will I do? I will try to understand from him. So in this manner, we will be complement of each other. So the other is similar to me, but his competence is more than me. Then I will try to understand from him. So we both will become complement of each other. Right? And if I have more understanding than other, then what will I do? If the other has more understanding than me, I will be ready to understand from him to improve my competence. So both will be complement of each other. If I have more understanding than other, then what will I do? So this is the problem. So this is the problem, that you start helping other person. Problem is, if I have more understanding than other, then I live with responsibility with the other unconditionally. I will live with stability irrespective of his behavior. I will have feeling of trust irrespective of his behavior. So once other is able to see stability in me, then he will be ready to listen me. And once he is ready to listen me, then I will help him to improve his competence. Now what we are doing, living part, we are under evaluating it. Our whole effort is to make other understand. So to sharing our thoughts, we have over evaluated it. But living part, we have under evaluated it.
How do I ensure that my evaluation for their competency is correct or my competency is correct?
So one indication is you will be able to live with that person or any person unaffected by his behavior. If it is happening, then you are more stable. Your competence is more than that person. But if your behavior is changing because of his behavior is changing, then your competence is low. Because you are not stable inside. You are not referring your natural acceptance. So we can complement of each other. So we are complementary to each other. This is the complete content of respect. Tell me. Ma'am, you can take mic, ma'am.
So you continue to behave in a responsible manner, and I continue to behave in an irresponsible manner. How is it helping me? You have a potential, you have a competency, and whatever I do, you behave like steady. I don't have a competency, I am like, how is it helping me then? We are in a relationship for whichever mother, father, daughter, son, then how is it helping me?
So if you have
it
more...
It is helping you, but how is it helping me?
For example, this moment, I am helping you to understand this, to understand your natural acceptance. So if I have more competent, then I can help you. So irrespective...
You said that's the problem when you start helping others.
Yes. Problem happens when you are not living up to that extent. So if I am not stable in me, you are asking question, I am getting irritated, then you will not take my help. But if you are assured that this person is living, answering in very stable manner, then you will start seeking help, my help. In that manner, we can complement of each other. Right, Didi? We can give mic to Didi.
Yes, Bhaiya. With reference to the two statements, I'd just like to narrate a 2-minute of story. That is, I live with responsibility with the other, unconditionally, unperturbed by the behavior of the other. And the other one is, I am committed to facilitate understanding in the other. Now, just picturizing this, how it would be. Now, there's a man in a forest. He goes to a jungle, and he gets chased by a lion. So, out of fear, what he does is, he just tries to climb a tree. With difficulty, he climbs up the tree, and over the tree, there is a bear. There's a huge black bear sitting over there. Below, he looks down, there is a lion there to take his prey, and upwards, there is this bear. Now, this lion looks at the bear, and it says, human beings are very dangerous. Why do you want to protect him? Just push him down, I'll have my prey and I'll share it with you. But then this bear says, no, he has come to my home for shelter. I don't want to push him down. And the lion is waiting down and down patiently so that sometime this man would come down. And after a while, the bear says, I am feeling tired. I just tries to rest. Now, as the bear falls to sleep, now the lion looks at the man and he says, that bear is sleeping. Once he wakes up, he'll become very hungry. He is anyway going to catch you and kill you. Why don't you push him down? The man is very smart, we all know. What he would have done? Any guess? Anybody could guess? Yes, he tries to push him down. He pushes him down, not trying, he pushes him down. Fortunately, what happens is the bear gets hold of one other small branch in the way of fall down. It survives, picks up the branch, climbs up, and comes back to its place. Now, the lion looks at the bear and says, "Did you realize how dangerous is the human being? You tried to protect him, but the man has tried to push you down and kill you." So again he gives him an offer. "Why don't you, even now you are more powerful, you can as well push him down and let me have my prey." What the bear could have done? Any guess? The bear says, no. He has climbed up the tree with some fear, and he has now got trust on me that I am going to protect him. I will not break his trust. I will let him live. I will not breach his trust, even though he was not in protecting my belief on him. So, and then later rest of the story, the leaves and he is safe. Now, this is exactly relating to the two sentences you have put there. Live with the responsibility unconditionally by the behavior of the other. Number one. Number two is committed to facilitate the understanding of the other. Now, we all have to take the position of a bear and see how best we can facilitate the other person irrespective of the behavior of the other person, which is a very tough challenge. Yeah, of course.
And I am taking that tough challenge from UHV2 for you. In UHV2 I conducted workshop. In UHV3 some resource person conducted workshop for you. UHV4 again we are conducting workshop. So we are here to compliment you unconditionally. We are not taking anything from you. So if you think all these story from human consciousness, you will be able to find solution. But if you are creating all the scenario, keeping animals in the center, then within animal consciousness, you will not find the answer. So that's why human consciousness is important. So animal living in animal consciousness, there is no problem. If human is living in human consciousness, then again there is no problem. Problem happens when human gets confused. Sometimes he fall down to animal consciousness. Sometimes he think of to go human consciousness. This is a problem. So don't be confused, be clear. Then we can compliment others unconditionally. Right. So good story. Okay, now tell me if you have any doubt, we can discuss. So if we are not able to do this right evaluation, we over evaluate or under evaluate. So over evaluation means I am evaluating more than what it is. Under evaluation means evaluating less than what it is. So sometimes we over evaluate ourselves, sometimes we under evaluate ourselves, and it leads to depression or ego. Suppose for example, you are going on leave for 2 days, 3 days, and you share this to your friend, colleague, that I am going on 2 days leave. And if that person says, you are going on leave, how department will work? Because of you only department is going on. Now you will see that person may come in ego. Oh, I am such important person. Now he is moving. Again he met a friend and he says that I am going for 2 days leave. And that person says, you are going for 2 days leave. It is very good. The department will be peaceful. You are the only one who create problem in the department. Then you will see that person may come in depression. So if I am not able to evaluate rightly myself, so people will over evaluate you, under evaluate you. So sometimes you may feel very high. Today is my day. Whatever I am thinking is happening. Today is my luckiest day. Sometimes you may feel very low. Why I have born? What I have done? Neither wife is listening, nor management is listening, nor student is listening. What is my role? So we may go up and down. So if we are rightly evaluating ourselves, then I will be stable. Similarly, if I am rightly evaluating others, so my program will be stable with those persons. So somehow, with wrong evaluation, there is a disharmony within. It creates tension, frustration, depression, etc., etc. So you again check within yourself. You rightly evaluate yourself, under-evaluate yourself, otherwise evaluate yourself.
And the checkpoint would be for the right evaluation, like how to ensure. Again, I'm asking. I asked earlier, but again I'm asking. What would be the checkpoint for me?
Checkpoint would be my natural acceptance, because it is absolute. If I am going to make any other reference point, and that reference point is relative, then my evaluation will not be right. Right. So you can check for yourself. In each interaction, whenever you interact with your family member, you rightly evaluate them, over-evaluate them, or under-evaluate them. You can check.
Sir, here, what is the meaning of ego in this context? Like you have given, like ego goes one side, and on the other side depression. Like something is unstable. Here, what we mean by ego here?
Ego means I have over-evaluated myself. For example, I have published 100 papers, research papers. Now I have over-evaluated myself. No one is smart than me, or this kind of things. And I will not be listen you. You have to follow me now. So this is over-evaluation.
Why we choose the word ego here? Like we can give, so in Hindi, if I'm not wrong, it is ahankar, right? In Hindi, it is written as ahankar. So why we choose ego as the word here? Because ego philosophically says something else.
What says? Tell me.
It is in touch with reality. That's the thing I want to. So far, media, movie, and the script writers have developed ego, the word ego, as equivalent to self-centric, as equivalent to a negative character. But psychologically speaking, I am from Department of Psychology, ego is the protection of yourself that pulls you in reality. We have three components of personality: id, ego, and superego. Id is very childish, impulse oriented. I want to see my mobile, I will immediately see it. Superego is that no, I should not take mobile to UHV. I will keep it in my home. Ego is whenever, wherever it is needed, what is the reality? I have to make use of the conscious regulated use. Yeah, this word ego has been used in movies also, has been used in script and other, in the common colloquial term also. It has been used as equivalent to ahankar, as equivalent to self-centric. But ego is the one which protects us not to fall with impulses, not to be very much in reality, like too much reality, godliness, superego we say. So it is a balancing act between id and superego. That is what philosophically. So my suggestion to the panel members when you take is that can remove the term ego, we can keep it as self-centric. That is what ahankar. Like I am filled with my aham. Whatever I am having, I am filled with my aham. I think my evaluation is right. So that ahankar is not equivalent to ego. Ego is actually protecting you. Like it remains you that you should be in reality. And yes, sir, that's it. Thank you.
So, word may be different in your language. The issue is, will I over-evaluate myself, under-evaluate myself? or right evaluate myself. This is important. है ना? So we are not going to discuss that word. Importance is, am I over evaluating myself, under evaluating, or rightly evaluating? This is important. Right? Okay, so we can have break Didi? Huh? It's time?
We can have a break.
No, it is time for break or not?
Okay, let us have a lunch break for 50 minutes. So let us assemble back by 1:20. 1:20, let us assemble here. Thank you.
Sir.